Thinking about buying an annuity to supplement your railroad retirement income? Watch this first. Welcome everyone to another edition of the Highball Advisors Railroad Retirement Whiteboard. My name is John McNamara of Highball Advisors, and today we're going to talk about annuities, right? There's certain products out there that financial advisors will go out and sell to individuals, and in some cases annuities are good products for certain people. But I like to argue, and I always will argue, that railroaders should never be buying annuities, okay? So I'm just going to walk through it and give you the reasons why not to buy an annuity, all right? Number one is probably the most important one, is because when you purchase an annuity, right, it's for guaranteed income. You give them, you give an insurance company a bunch of money, usually maybe in a lump sum or over years, okay? In return, they'll give you an income stream out in the future, right? So that's, in theory, that is very nice. However, as railroaders, and you know, and I've preached, you're already funding the best annuity out there. No financial advisor can sell you a better annuity than your railroad retirement. That tier 2 portion is a fantastic annuity. All right, and then you throw a pension on top of that. Let's just say some of you might have a pension. You have tremendous amounts of guaranteed income there in retirement. So therefore, you don't need the annuity. So if that's good enough for you right now, you can turn off the video and not watch anything else. I've got 7 more reasons. All right, number 2 is illiquid or inadequate liquid savings, all right? So you have to keep funding that annuity perhaps, depending, you might have to be making annual contract premium checks on that, and you might not have enough money on that, so you have to keep shelling out that money. So that's another reason not to buy it. Health concerns, number 3, shorter life expectancies, right? Remember, you're giving them a bunch of money to get a guaranteed income stream out in the future, all right, and it doesn't, if you're not going to be there to take advantage of the income stream, no reason to be funding an annuity. But then you might say, well, John, I could pass it on to my beneficiaries. Well, there's more efficient ways to pass on your nest eggs to your beneficiaries than an annuity, and I'll address that in a second here. Number 4, with annuities, there's surrender charges. What do I mean by that? Well, when you've given them the money, you might not be able to withdraw that money without penalty between 7 to 10 years, all right? And so that can really add up to take that. And then when you do withdraw it out, it's last in, first out withdrawal method. So that means the money that comes out first is earnings, and that's going to get taxed at ordinary income. All right, and then anything over, if you take it out before 59 and a half, there could be a tax penalty. There will be a tax penalty for that. Number 5, the limited growth potential of investing in annuities. So I'm talking here more about certain types of annuities. So like there's some out there that are index annuities. You might have heard that, where they cap your risk on the downside, but they also cap your risk on the upside. All right, so sometimes you might have a really big market gain, but you're capped at, let's say, 13%, and the market went up maybe 20%, 25%. You've missed that whole move, so it will limit your capital gains. And then also on the variable annuities, ones that invest in equity or in like mutual funds, that type of thing, very high costs in those sub-accounts. Really got to drill down into the cost of these annuities. So that's number 5. Number 6 is inflation. So inflation can affect the annuity, and this is on those fixed annuities, right? That guaranteed return interest, all right? Is that keeping up with inflation? So you say, well, I can purchase an inflation rider on the annuity. Well, that's more costs again to protect against inflation. So it's always cost, right? Number 7, high fees and expenses. So that's the thing that really gets you. So after number 1, this might be the next one, right? On paper, annuities sound fantastic, but it's really these high fees and expenses that, that I just can't put up with. So you have the mortality and expense fee. You have the commission to the agent, right? The agent's got to get paid, so they might make 7 or 8% on a commission. All right, then you have those riders, certain types of riders. Maybe you have a long-term care rider, maybe you have an inflation rider. Whatever rider you want, they'll make a rider up, right? That's all expenses. And then those sub-accounts, right? those to operate the investments underneath, those have expenses. So, boy, there's 4 right there that are going to really hurt the return on the investment in the annuity. And then number 8, going back to an early one, is what are your estate planning objectives? There's better ways to do it, right? So with an annuity, there's no step up in basis, right? So if I had some investment just in a regular taxable account and I passed and I left it to my children, they would get a step up in basis. But with an annuity, you wouldn't. So they would get taxed from where the purchase was to the contract value. You have to pay ordinary income tax on that. So from an estate planning perspective, it really doesn't make much sense. So these are my 8 reasons for the annuity not to purchase them. So just don't go to those dinners. Get the free meal. Just stay away from annuities for now. Feel free to reach out to me. If you have an annuity, we'll talk about it. We'll fit it into a plan somehow. There's a lot of different ways you can maybe exchange the annuity for maybe a fee-only annuity, or you can even, if you're past the surrender charge years, there's other things you can do with it. So we discuss all those type of things in the Boarding for Railroad retirement process if you're at or near retirement. All right, sign up for that. It's really great stuff. Click on the notification bell to get the latest video. And until next time, everyone, please stay safe, stay on track, and take care. So long, everybody. Bye.